$20. Los Angeles Chinese restaurants just don't miss. How do you not like cream cheese wontons? Warm, crispy shell with an even warmer cheese inside. Color of the sweet and sour kind of scares me. Egg rolls are a little stiff. Panda doesn't have these. A little teriyaki. Fortunately, not a fan of this. It's pretty tough to chew. Don't think I've ever seen broccoli this big at Panda. You know when Chipotle doesn't give enough protein? I feel the same with these Chinese restaurants and the beef and broccoli. It's a side of straight broccoli. It's not the worst thing with the lunches I eat. Every bite of orange chicken is like Russian roulette. You don't know if you're gonna bite into a soft, chewy piece or a crispy, firm edge. Oh look, beef. Fried rice. And I saw someone wrap their egg roll with some noodles. Such a dumb idea, but we're trying it. Weirdly, the best bite today. All from a spot called Hong Kong Express, but in the front says Chinese food. Lunch score 7.8. LA's biggest tourist trap of 2025 is this $35 strawberry. Straight cream. However, the strawberry jam, it's actually delicious. Not too sweet strawberry puree. And with the cake, pretty good strawberry shortcake. But paying $150 for 5 desserts? That's just bananas. Okay, wait. Got a chocolate speculoos on the outside. Bananas, caramel, with chocolate sponge cake inside. I paid less for my real Christmas tree than this. My goodness. Apple cinnamon with a crispy crepe. Surprisingly 3 for 3 so far. The strawberry just had less cream. A $20 cacao bean. The only one that's not crunchy on the outside. More like a giant piece of fudge. Rich Belgian chocolate, and a little bit of caramel inside. Gluten-free. These are all from a spot called Aurora. This is the only one I've tried here before. Oh no, I was not a fan because of how much cream it had. What the heck? Don't get the gigantic pastries. Get the small ones. Those I'd give a lunch score of an 8.1. Bad Bunny put these tacos in his Super Bowl halftime show. Cheese lacing crust. Add a little mango habanero salsa. You can taste that grilled smokiness of the steak. Chorizo. They only put a little bit of that cheese lacing on these because they know less is more. Usually you'll see chorizo very oily at spots. Not here. 6 different tacos, and I'm excited to try every single one. The potatoes gotta be the most underrated one. Crispy, cubed up, lightly salted potato. What about black bean and cactus? He keeps the tacos simple with just the right amount of X factor. All this is from Via's Tacos. Came here years ago and it was one of the first 10 out of 10 lunch scores I gave, and it's still a 10 out of 10. A flight of dumplings for lunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Started with the traditional pork, now it's time for the Sichuan Xiaolongbao. Bite the side, drink the broth. Green is the kimchi. It's got that vinegar kimchi flavor. These are all from Paradise Dynasty. It's supposed to compete with Din Tai Fung, so you know we're getting all the same items. Let's add a little bit more chili in that. The wonton and the chili vinaigrette. The spicy sesame peanut noodles. They're known for these radish pastries. A tad bit sweet like an egg roll, and an interesting slimy inside texture. And look at this, a pan-fried bun. Black truffle. Barbecue pulled pork flavor. Dip your chicken nuggets in McDonald's barbecue sauce. That's what you get. This one's supposed to have cheese in it. Garlic. And the last one is crab meat. It definitely compares to Din Tai Fung. Lunch score 9.0. These are some pretty small Swedish balls. Trying IKEA's meatballs for lunch. Mashed potatoes, lingonberry jam, almond cake, strawberry shortcake, and Swedish apple. I guess America really does supersize everything. Dabbled with a little gravy on top, pretty salty. It's got a very spongy texture. There's some of these potatoes, soft and fluffy. And this lingonberry jam, tastes like cranberry. It's like a lingonberry meatball here. Gotta do that. Potato ball. I wonder if they celebrate Thanksgiving in Sweden. What am I substituting turkey for meatballs this year? A Swedish Thanksgiving. Let's start with the almond crunch cake. Supposed to be identical as a Dame candy. The waiter told me they actually sell these cakes in whole there too. Next birthday, these are like $3 each. Strawberry shortcake. Not the softest in texture. It kind of tastes like that strawberry at a buffet. Now the Swedish apple cake. Way too mushy. It's got no crunch. They should make a lingonberry cake. The meatball meal was $10. Not bad if you're on a budget, but not something I'd come back for. Lunch score, 7.6. Let me put my pepperonis in your croissant. That's really what Prince Street Pizza asked its local LA croissant bakery. A $10 croissant from the Salted Butter Company. Prince Street Pizza's vodka sauce, pepperonis, mozzarella, and ricotta cheese. I usually don't eat my crusts on pizza. This is like eating pizza from the crust to inside. It's a delicious buttery flaky croissant. They also add a hot honey on top, so it's kind of sweet, but you got the classic Prince Street pepperoni cups, semi-chewy, the vodka sauce in the middle, and the rich ricotta cheese. You can't be biting it from the middle like this because you'll just get the insides. Really gotta portion it with the croissant. I don't know what to expect going into this, but a soft, crispy croissant used as pizza dough, I kind of like the idea. And I'm not a hot honey guy, but you need the sweetness for this. Would I prefer a classic almond croissant? Maybe, but the little salty savoriness of that pizza, better than expected. Lunch score 8.4. Trying Bledsoe's barbecue for lunch. Ho-ho! Texas Red Hot Link, pork ribs, and brisket. Where do I start? Pork ribs are by far superior to beef. Less fatty, less dry, and juicier. That's good. Look how tender. Smoked for 14 hours. Cornbread with honey butter? Yes, please. Best $3 I've spent. And do not sleep on potato salad. One of the most underrated sides. So creamy. One of the best I've had. This is no joke. Everything's bigger in Texas. Why not? What if we broke up some of the brisket, wrapped it around the link? This has got to be the best barbecue I've had in LA. The robust flavors of the wood, smoke, and spice, well done. And they were only about $10 each portion. One score with the first 10, Bledsoe's barbecue. I need to know why this has 50 shades of gray. First time tried Black Angus. $55 for a ribeye steak and 2 lobster tails. Gotta start with our honey sriracha chicken potato skin. Comes with ranch. A crispy fried half potato filled with cheese and honey sriracha chicken. This is a contender for appetizer of the year. That's why you always get medium rare to go. Still cooks a little bit. It's seasoned well, it's tender. Not too salty with that fresh herb and roasted garlic butter. And for those of you that know, the ribeye cap, best part of the steak. They also had this steak cheesy garlic bread. Sounded interesting, but it's a little too much. Let's try the lobster tail. Something's off with the texture. Just a little too stiff. And this is probably okay, but I need to know why it looks like this. We're gonna give this to a corker that eats anything. The steak was not bad, and the sriracha potatoes even better. Grubbing with Greg at Chili John's. The bacon-wrapped ultimate chili dog and the messy marv with oyster crackers.
That spicy chili goes right to the nostrils. Sweet, savory, crunchy, spicy.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, your car's gonna stink.
I can just imagine them in the back with a big pot of chili, stirring that chili.
When the chili hits, you may want to crack a window.
Yeah, here's the ultimate chili dog. 3, 2, 1. Ooh.
I got a nose full of relish. Note to self, bring some Tums. That's a solid hot dog, though.
I can see why this place has been around since the 1940s.
Don't forget the pie.
House-made lemon pie.
Wow, it's creamy.
Whoa. I'm surprised how it holds itself up being that creamy.
That's what people say about me. This tastes really good after a spicy chili dog.
Cools the mouth down.
All right, I gotta go. The smell is killing me.
What would you rate Chili John's, 7 through 10?
8.6.
I was gonna say 8.5. If you want some good chili, come to Chili John's. This is Jazz and Cam. They made this butter chicken look so good. We're trying it for lunch. You got a spicy, creamy butter chicken combined with my favorite style pizza, Roman style. What's kind of weird though, butter chicken is tomato based. Pizza's got sweet tomato. So the right way to actually try butter chicken and pizza is with a cheesy bread that has no tomato sauce. Now we're actually tasting the nuttiness and spice. And it even brings out the saltiness that the sweet tomato cuts out. Have you ever seen cheesy bread with lacing like this? My first time having this from What Up Dough Pizza, phenomenal. Jazz and Cam also dipped their pepperoni jalapeno in here. A little too much going on. If you really want to try the butter chicken without having your taste buds all confused, cheesy bread. And butter chicken and pizza, 7.7. Butter chicken and cheesy bread, lunch score 8.2. This is Julia. She made this Vietnamese dish look so good. We're trying it for lunch. I thought it was a poached egg on top, but it's actually a soft steamed mochi. And on the bottom is also mochi, but fried. It's supposed to have a pork and shrimp interior, but I haven't gone there yet. It was either on that last bite, or I got nothing out of that one. Let's dip it in this fish sauce. Now we're getting somewhere. Look at the little chili peppers in here. It makes it salty, sweet, and a little spicy. It's crunchy, it's mushy, it's slippery, and they got one little bitty shrimp in there. I mean, it's a fun appetizer, but I wish it had a little more meat. It's called bonnet ram. Looks like a little bit of crispy caramelized onions on top. The mochi's cusped in there really nicely, but I wish they filled it up more. Maybe you're supposed to take a bite and fill them up like that. It's about 14 bucks for 4. Meat's actually marinated nicely. Lunch score 7.8. No one goes to Starbucks for the food. But if I have to pick the best one, it's starting with their version of the sausage McMuffin. Everything here is warmed up. The English muffin's a little stiff. The cheddar cheese is pretty tasty. I would even say the egg and sausage might be better than McDonald's. Spicy falafel pocket. And it's crispy. 2 for 2 so far. How good could ham and Swiss be? The baguette is ridiculously soft. Perfectly melted cheese. Somehow has 25 grams of protein. 3 for 3. Bacon, sausage, and egg wrap. If these eggs had a little more salt, this wouldn't be that bad. It's got mini potatoes, which are kind of raw, cheddar cheese, and it's in a flour tortilla, so I don't know why it's not called a burrito, but if this came with a salsa, we'd be 4 for 4. Croissant bun sandwich. Double smoked bacon. Starbucks shouldn't be this good. If I had to pick one, it would be the sausage cheddar egg sandwich. So Jack said,
the best egg salad I've had in Japan so far is 7-Eleven.
I got the sandwich from 7-Eleven over in the US. I went to 3 different 7-Elevens, and this was the last one on the shelf. So the milk bread is stiff. The amount of egg in here, slim. Egg doesn't even have flavor. I taste the sweetness from the bread. Supposedly Japan's 7-Elevens have the best of the best. These are some of the items that are 7-Elevens in the US. Japan must be exquisite. And these are $6. In Japan, they're like $2. Maybe the second half is better. I like deviled eggs, and this is not my thing. And isn't the sandwich supposed to have chunks of the egg whites in it? So there's mayo in here, egg yolks, vinegar. It has no flavor. If anything, I taste mayo. And isn't this supposed to have no crust on it? Since I was in there, I was gonna try the tuna and chicken sandwich, but with an ingredient list looking like this, I'm gonna skip on this one. Maybe a bite out of the PB&J. Tasting some sort of iron flavor from the jelly. Never again. Lunch score 7 out of 10. The best cheesesteak in LA comes from a restaurant that only has one item. Grass-fed Wagyu, Cooper sharp cheese, with grilled onions and a roasted long hot pepper. All for $24. And these beef tallow chips, $4. It's not your classic Philly cheese sandwich. It comes on a toasted sesame roll, which even though it's got thousands of sesame seeds, keeps the flavor neutral. The beef fat along with the melted cheese oil. It's all fun and games until you feel that hot pepper hit. Some days spicy, some days not. Today was one of those days. All from the grand opening of Cheesesteaks by Matu. Originally only sold at the bar of the Beverly Hills Steakhouse, but people would just go there for the sandwich. And it didn't open till 5:30. So they opened their own restaurant with just one cheesesteak. And if you don't finish it, check out their website. It gives you reheating instructions. And if you're wondering why I got 8 cheesesteaks, I'm about to drop these off like Santa on Christmas Eve. Quite the delight, and as good as I remember it. Lunch score 9.4. Having lunch at Brick and Flour. Beer battered Alaskan cod, shrimp, al pastor, and carne asada. Cilantro, onions, and salsa verde. That's all carne asada needs. I like that they didn't douse the meat portions with too much sauce. They let the meat speak for itself. Let's try the pastor. Also got some of their spicy red sauce. Wait up. Dark, peppery flavor to it I like. Let's see if they overcooked the shrimp. Cooked perfectly, and that cilantro sauce brings it all together. Now for the main event. Not everyone has a good fish taco. This guy's looking crispy. That avocado tartar aioli is ridiculous. Malibu seafood who? Fresh seafood, flavorful meat, 8.8. Trying S'morology for lunch. OG milk chocolate and PB&J. Almost everything's homemade here. You got the churro graham cracker on top, homemade berry compote, peanut butter and jelly sandwich like you're in grade school, and this homemade marshmallow. The toastiness holds it all together like you cooked this right on the campfire. Super messy though, and I might have squished this a little too hard putting it together because the cracker's crumbling all over the place. They don't mess around with the size of these marshmallows. Just a little sugar and gelatin heated up. Feeling like Spider-Man over here. Diabetes, here we come. Now, my all-time favorite dessert. Hershey's chocolate, marshmallow, and a graham cracker crust. Original graham cracker, slight honey flavor, melted milk chocolate, and a soft, toasted, pillowy marshmallow. And this held together much better than the other one. And the chocolate melting onto that marshmallow, pretty impressed. PB&J not so much. OG classic, absolutely. $8 for this kind of high? Maybe, but it's definitely worth a try. Lunch score, 8.3. Trying Hawaiian food for lunch in Hawaii.
It's lunchtime.
Masubi and malasadas. Seaweed wrapped around a rice ball with Spam on top. Got the teriyaki, bacon egg, and eel. Sweet flavor of the Spam with thick pieces of sushi rice. A little egg, but I don't really taste the eel. Has like a sweet glaze on top. Bacon, egg, and Spam. Never had Spam before. Sweet ham flavor. And with the egg and bacon, it's a Hawaiian breakfast burrito. A sugar-coated donut filled with chocolate, custard, or coconut. Warm, crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, with a chocolatey gooze. It tastes like chocolate pudding. Also got the cinnamon coating. Coconut lotion almost, an edible version. These are from Leonard's Bakery and the Masubi from Masubi Cafe. All items are about $3 each. Perfect for lunch. I'd give the malasadas an 8.8 and the Masubis an 8.5. And we're in Hawaii this week. This isn't Chinese food. It's Filipino fast food. I only came here for this, ended up getting this. That fatty, crispy lechon. And they had two different types of pork sausage. Well done and regular. Glazed sweet. It's hardened inside, kind of like it's been cured for a while. Both delicious. And if you think I'm coming to a Filipino spot and not getting the lumpia, my goodness. And look at their chicken adobo. So a plate like this goes for about $20, but for an additional $10, I'm trying the fried tilapia. And these are supposed to be the best turon in the city. A thin, crispy, caramelized glass shell. And on the inside, warm banana. This is all from a spot called Chaste Family Market. Probably the best lunch I've had this year. Lunch score 9.3. Look at these little crab claws. Trying Simone for lunch. Is this the perfect taco? Soft shell crab, fish al pastor, Baja style, and enchilada suiza. Half and half tortilla? Would love to see what this tastes like in a seaweed wrap, like a sushi hand roll, grilled onion and crispy onion. Guacamole, cilantro, pineapple, and that char flavor from the pineapple. Is that edible? Heck yeah. I don't know what happened here, but I got more crab than I ordered. And this one just looks refreshing. Enchilada suiza. Definitely the spiciest of the four. Tomatillo sauce, cheese, and habanero cream. LA's newest seafood taco truck lives up to the hype. Lunch score, 8.8. LA's hottest breakfast burrito is served out of an apartment. A Korean-style burrito with an egg shaped like a brick, braised short rib, and tater tots. This is unique. They're habanero, made from a Korean chili pepper. I'm officially a fan of this meat. It's got a little sweet flavor to it. It's super soft to the bite. You got the crispy tots and the creamy custard egg, but because it doesn't have a sauce in it, definitely utilize their sauces. Cilantro lime. It's so nice to see that LA has something different than the traditional breakfast burrito. Pickled onion and habanero. The sweetness from the galbi jam, the pickled almost kimchi vibes from the onion, and I love that there's no aioli or any sauce inside. Add it all yourself. Why does nobody talk about the square shape of this burrito? Never seen such a thing. This is all from a spot called Kang's Cuisine. This man turned traditional Korean food items into a breakfast burrito that works. And he nails the proportions. Lunch score 8.8. Supposedly one of LA's best burgers. Comes from Gold Burger, but is it different than any other smash burger? It's got the grilled onions and nice slicing, but it also has this garlic mustard aioli. I'm a big mustard fan, big garlic fan, so I guess you could say the sauce is the X factor. It's always the sauces at these smash burger spots. That's the only real difference. These crunchy, chewy onion rings and the spicy ranch. These are good. If you're craving a classic single patty burger, go with the 6-ounce bar burger. One gigantic whole raw onion, and on the top, pickled onion. I would come here for this. Pickled onion sweet, while the raw onion's a little sharp. Someone told me the sleeper here is the patty melt with the Russian sauce. bread definitely wrecked my mouth. There's nothing that really wows me about this. I haven't seen a spot serve curly fries since Jack in the Box. Stick with the O-rings. Classic smash burger, an 8 out of 10. Bar burger, an 8.4. Patty melt, a 7.6. How good are celebrity restaurants?
Did I stutter? I'm done.
Stanley Hudson's Honey Baked. Supposed to have the world's best ham. Known for their caramelized, crunchy, sweet layer on top of their ham. If this is this good served cold, I can't imagine what this would taste like served warm. Probably the best ham I've ever had. Stanley was so fed up with the lines at his local Honey Bake, he opened his own. Had to get the Honey Baked sandwich, toasted with crispy onions, honey mustard, and that sweet glaze. Usually comes with lettuce, but you know that whole explosive diarrhea situation right now? This was a lot better than I thought. The bread is soft, pickles gave me what I needed, double cheddar mac and cheese. They're doing something right here. Leslie, you know what you're doing, man. Turkey pot pie, topped with some biscuits. Got some peas, some carrots, some turkey, but not something I'd probably ever order. If you've ever seen a Honey Baked during Christmas, the lines are out the door. And honestly, I know it's such a simple, sweet add-on, but that crust makes it worth it. Lunch score, 8.8. Crack the birria egg roll, toss it in the birria taco, throw on some birria ramen. Vegas birria has come to LA. I've never heard of a birria egg roll. Filled with cheese, cilantro, and onions. Your choice of beef or chicken birria. That slight crunch from the tortilla, juicy, wet, slow-cooked birria filled with cheese. Don't think I've ever had the chicken. My experience with consomme is usually it's too salty or too watered down. This one's neither. And the reason these noodles are bigger than you're used to, because they're udon. Citrus, lime, fresh onion. The birria egg rolls might be a little overkill. Don't judge me. This is Vito's Tacos' first California location. Lunch score, 8.6. Trying an Armenian bakery for lunch. Spicy cheese borak, lahmacun, and menaish from Sassoon Bakery. All this food for $12. Spicy cheese and bread, delicious. The spice has more of an herby taste than actual heat. I'd be happy with just this. Once again, it's all about the mixture of herbs, similar to a meaty flatbread pizza with a nice crunch. The ladies working at this bakery asked me if I wanted to heat these up. Absolutely. Bread's a little thicker and not as much crunch, but once again, the flavor comes from the mix of herbs, specifically thyme with this one. Kind of looks like Batman. These are LA's crispiest burritos. Supposed to dip it in the garlic, then douse it with the pomegranate molasses. Technically, it's a shawarma wrap. It's a $13 about foot-long meal, and if you want to add fries, $2 more. They stuff it with a good amount of chicken. The creamy garlic makes it even more juicy, and honestly, you just need a tad of this molasses. It's a little sweet. They grill the front and back to make it crispy, but I probably would have preferred it extra crispy. The beef shawarma with onions, parsley, and tomatoes. Look at this hot sauce paste they have. A thicker paste that tastes like peppers and olives. Garlic fries, all from a place called Dama Grill. I think I prefer the chicken over the beef. Works a little better with the sweet sauce. The beef deserves the hot sauce. One chicken shawarma with fries is enough to fill you up. Lunch score, 8.7. What's your go-to soup when sick? For under $20, you get these fat-sized noodles, under some tender sweet beef. Toss on the 7 spices to open up the sinuses. It's not a heavy, creamy broth like ramen. A more simpler, semi-sweet soy sauce taste. And when you're working with noodles this fat, they better be soft. I paid extra for a little more beef. That's just my preference. I love the tender minced up beef here. They're also known for their tempura. All about $2 to $4 each. They do a great job with the chicken. Imitation crab tempura? I'm not a fan of imitation crab. Potato? The potato's excellent. Pumpkin? Maybe squash, actually. I've heard of hot dog on a stick. This is hot dog and tempura. I like that a lot more than I should. Definitely a soup day. Lunch score, 8.8. How did Wingstop forget the Valentina from their new chamoy tahini flavor? By itself, it's got the saltiness. It's got that plum-like sweetness. It's got the tanginess and the citrus, but it's missing the spice. Imagine if Wingstop gave you this little tahini rim for your wings. It would have taken it to the next level. Everyone knows the trifecta is tahini, chamoy, and Valentina. Instead of this chamoy ranch they give, they should have replaced it with the hot sauce. Wingstop, complete the trifecta. I would lose it if they had the Valentina next week. The question is Tapatio or Valentina? Personally, I'm a Valentina fan. Thicker, less spice. I could add as much as I want. The sweet heat chamoy by itself, pretty good. One score, 8.1. Panda Express is fast food. But Panda Inn, start with the rice, drop some noodles, add the sides and the appetizers. Top it off with some chili spice and only one packet of soy sauce. It's Lunar New Year, so what better way to celebrate? We got the orange chicken, beef and broccoli, and the kung pao shrimp. Right now the rice at the bottom is soaking up all those juices, and the only bite you want to avoid is the one with the pepper. Panda Inn and Panda Express are the same owners, but the quality is definitely different. If you never put hot mustard on your orange chicken, try it. It's definitely a fresher, more flavorful meal, and you get to choose more than one set of noodles, unlike Panda Express. And I don't know what it is about Chinese food, but the more I eat, the more I don't get full. I'm always skeptical about these. Panda Express's lunch score somewhere in the 7s. Panda Inn, 8.5. Tried Howlin' Ray's for lunch. Chicken sando, waffles, and tenders. Where'd you get there?
Medium plus.
I didn't see that on the menu.
You gotta know, man.
You gotta know. I got the medium.
Fantastic.
It's like butter melting in your mouth. Some comeback sauce. The coleslaw brings out a sweetness.
Kind of balances it out.
Might have bit some paper here. Oh, I did bite the paper. Look at this. Oh, no. These are like the old school fries we used to have.
Zesty
The
stuff.
Zesties.
Yeah.
Pop that ranch open.
Ranch?
Very oniony. Waffle on the bottom, waffle on top. Let's douse some of this butter up in the syrup. One of the best waffles with chicken I've had. The chef is probably kicking himself seeing this. I'm sorry, JRZ. So what would you rate this? 7 through 10?
To do decimals?
I do decimals.
10.0.
10.0. I would have to agree. One of the best fried chicken sandwiches I've ever had. Lunch score, 10.0. It's got a couple items from Takaya for lunch. Asada taco. Also got the street corn and the fajita burrito. I'm actually not a corn tortilla fan, but when blue corn tortilla is used, I gotta have it. Really orange tomato-based salsa. Spicy, tangy, and sweet. They seem to use the cojita cheese in a lot of their plates. I'm gonna get so much heat for this one. First bite actually had a nice proportion of all items. You can see the fajitas, black beans, pico, and more cheese. Try some of their brown salsa. This tomato salsa blew me away. I don't even like tomato. Check out the chicken tinga right here. Shredded chicken, marinated in more tomato and peppers, and is super tender. The guy prides himself on the quality of ingredients used. I can see why. Lunch score, 8.5. Trying Whole Foods for lunch. $5 pizza, $16 pork ribs, $13 orange chicken. These are a lot more tender than I thought. A bit salty and lacking some flavor. Barbecue sauce is delicious, got some hints of honey. I'm not getting that slow and steady smoky flavor. Fresh cilantro? Onion, fresh cilantro, and a tangy BBQ. Not bad for $5. There's so many lunch options at Whole Foods. Fresh meat sandwiches to the hot bar. Crispier than I thought. Does not taste like Panda Inn orange chicken. Not better, not worse, not Panda. Orange chicken meal, 7.9. The pork ribs, 7.8. And the pizza, an 8.0. Big Mac versus Big Shack. Which one's better? This is Shake Shack's version of the Big Mac. It's also double the price. Have you ever seen a Big Mac look like that? It's got the secret sauce, a bun between two patties, and all the same ingredients. There's one noticeable difference. Not only does the meat have some decent lacing on it, it comes with 2 quarter-pound patties. That's half a pound of beef in your burger. Now the Big Mac, bread to meat ratio. 80% bread, 20% meat. I will say the sauce in the Big Mac, unmatchable. It's got more tang to it. These patties can't be more than 1 to 2 ounces each. Eating this now is just sad. The cheese is semi-hard, not enjoyable. $11 for this, not a problem. You get what you pay for. And the meat to bread portions, I would say 70 to 30 meat. Get your sesame bun out of here. I don't know how people still eat the Big Mac, but the clear winner is the Big Shack. This is a UFO burger. So we're trying them for lunch. Beef patties, raw onions, cheese, and pickles on a Dutch crunch bread. Looks like the surface of Mars. Not sure I'm the biggest fan. A little more dense and heavy to chew. They serve it with these chip-style fries. They also sell the potato bun smash burger. That's a perfect bite right there. Listen, I don't usually do this, but they gave me a side of chili queso. Let's just experiment. One of the best tasting chilies I've had. I gotta see if the UFO chicken burger is any better. The Dutch crunch definitely makes more sense with this. The chicken breast, the pepper jack, makes it taste like a sandwich you're used to eating the bread with. For such a thin style fry, loaded with liquid, surprisingly still crunchy. I like the loaded fries, I like the regular smash burger, but using a Dutch crunch, not the biggest fan. Lunch score, 8.1. Jack in the Box now has wings, so we're trying them for lunch. Garlic parm and buffalo. Dry rub, wet rub. Rubbed out pretty evenly. They're actually pretty decent. Crispier than I thought. You go too much parm, it's overpowering. Too little, no flavor. Whoever rubbed these out though, did a good job. They covered them pretty well. All that extra rub, but I like to see. For not being a big garlic parmesan fan, especially from Jack in the Box, $9 for each of these. That's $1.50 a wing. Pretty sure buffalo here is Frank's Red Hot, which I'm not upset about, and which is spicy. These looked a lot smaller in pictures. Pretty good amount of meat on them. They're actually crispy. They're not dry at all. This has got to be the best 1-2 combo in the sauce game. Buffalo Ranch. But what about Buffalo Garlic Parmesan? It works. Decent sized wings, decent price, quick for on the go. Lunch score, 8.2. For lunch, a viral Taiwanese purple rice burrito. We're matching again. I enjoyed this so much last time. I wanted to try squid, the salted egg yolk, but I'm most excited for this one right here. The melted cheese. It's got that fun to eat hairy cotton candy ingredient, but I'm not getting much of a crunch from a Chinese donut. I do see the little pieces of it, but it's nothing like the crunch I had on the last one. I guess this is like a ham and cheese. I was really hoping for a cheese pull. From a place called Ajin, what they normally do is wrap their purple rice with seaweed. Probably makes sense to hold it up a little better. I'm really liking this spicy squid. Small sized squid tentacles, so it's not too chewy. It's got a nice flavored hot sauce, and the cucumbers in this are doing more of a crunch than the Chinese donut. Try their egg. Oh, there's a reason this is called the salted egg. It's a whole egg yolk that's pretty salty. A little disappointed the Chinese donut wasn't the star of the show like I wanted it to be. But if you're looking for different style fondant than your egg cheese sausage, this is the place to try. Lunch score 7.8. Trying roasted duck for lunch. Golden brown color, dripping in its own juice. Juicier, fattier, and a little more gamey than chicken. When cooked right, you can see the skin separate and the fat's infused in the meat, giving it all the flavor. There's a couple different ways you could eat it. This is a semi-sweet, bit salty, little cinnamony sauce. There's even hints of orange in there, which are really popular with duck. Best lunch of the year. Nice to pair with some garlic noodles. Toss it on the garlic noodle. The spicy sauce. A lot of chili seeds. Not salty at all. Definitely sweeter and spicier. A delicacy for Christmas. I was hoping the skin was a little crispier. Goes really well on top of rice. Or you can even have it with pancakes. From a spot called Roasted Duck for $60. Lunch score, 8.6. Trying banging buns for lunch. Chicken tender sandwich, smash burger, and mac and cheese fries. Banging smash burger at a chicken spot is unheard of. It's got some nice lacing. Got some grilled onions in there. Needs a little more sauce though. Never had a chicken sandwich in a hot dog looking bun. Juicy, dripping chicken with a kick of that Nashville spice. Chicken juice as a sauce for my fries. Surprisingly still crispy. These buns are banging. Kind of have this peppercorn taste to them. That's the sound you want to hear. Banging sauce. Had to also get their hot tender. See how spicy it is. That's hot. Crispy, thick cuts of chicken, some decent fries, and a better than expected smash burger. Lunch score, 8.1. Wingstop mixed 2 of their flavors, called it Haunted Habanero, and thinks I'm gonna try it for lunch. It's got the chili pepper heat of this one, with the exotic sweet mango glaze of this one. I don't usually use this much ranch, but Atomic's their hottest flavor. Surprisingly, I've never had their Cajun corn. Even though it's a dry rub, it's killing my tongue. People dip corn in ranch. This is delicious. It's not so much the Cajun rub I like, but just the saltiness. I also never had these Louisiana voodoo fries. Cajun seasoning makes it Louisiana. Cheese whiz and ranch make it voodoo? I don't know. Haunted Habanero also comes in a chicken sandwich. Just in time for Halloween. And of course the flavor comes on their hot wings too. Can't believe I fell for this dumb advertising. Probably the hottest spice I've ever had on lunch. Heartburn incoming. Lunch score for Wingstop's newest flavor, 7.6. This is Kayla. She made this burger look so good, I drove over 100 miles to try it. Trying Duke's onion burger for lunch. Hey, if she puts ranch on top, I'm putting ranch on top. For a single patty, this has got to be one of the biggest burgers I've ever had. Kind of wish I tried it without the ranch first. They use a half-pound patty with the option to add a double or triple. Doesn't have no fancy Thousand Island. Simple pickle, lettuce, tomato, and what they're known for, the grilled onions. These might be a little too grilled for me. When it starts to taste a little burnt, you know you overdid it. She also gets these bacon cheese fries. Reminds me of those island-style fries. Thick cut, skin on. I don't know if she doused ranch on this, but if we're driving 3 hours, we're gonna live a little. I'm really enjoying this. I probably would stick to classic cheese fries next time. Lunch score, 8.5. Whoa. Francalic bagel for lunch. No. LA's hottest new stuffed bagel shop. Habanero cream cheese and cheddar. These take 48 hours to make. It's kind of like a Rubik's Cube. Start with this crispy glazed outer shell. It's sweet, it's crunchy, and if you were to eat this bread alone, it tastes amazing. Then you bring in the habanero cream cheese, which seems like it'd be heavy, but it's super light and creamy. Got those herbs, got those chili flakes. Whatever this sweet little glaze is on it, fire. This guy looks a little extreme here. Cheddar. Once again, you taste that sweetness first, and then you're hit with this light cheese whiz-like flavor. If you've ever had those Porto's cheese rolls, put cheddar inside, this is what you get. They don't cheapen out the schmear here, let me tell you. Looks like they take the dough out from the inside and kind of just stuff it with cheese. But these are a nice, unique twist on LA bagels. I'm impressed, and I like them. One score, 9.1. Finally trying Church's chicken. You're supposed to start with jalapeno juicing it all. I thought Texas fried chicken doesn't marinate with spice. It's definitely spicy, but you're supposed to use their signature Church's hot sauce. Let's taste it with a tender. This has got to be the funkiest, sweetest, tangiest, undescribable hot sauce I've ever had. When your jalapenos come in a Ziploc bag, I got questions. Someone told me to grab the chicken skin, scoop up some mashed potato gravy. Why? I asked for honey with my biscuits. They said we don't have any. I see why. There's a thin layer of sweetness on top. Should suffice. If I'm gonna dip anything in gravy, you better believe it's the whole chicken. I put the wrong hot sauce on the chicken. This is the one you should be using. The moisture on this chicken is better than I expected. The batter's better than I expected. Still questioning this bag. Lunch score 8.0.
Trying the Swingin' Cafe and Barbecue with the owner himself, Hank from Breaking Bad.
Now that's some barbecue right there, baby.
The sample platter with the dino rib, brisket, and a lot more.
Give me a little of that brisket. Oh,
These pit masters really know what they're doing, huh?
they're the best. He's been doing it 20 years, and we're lucky to get them.
And we got my favorite here, the pork rib. We only got one of these, Dean. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
That's all right, I can get more. You know, you got to get that right between falling off the bone, but not like,
You don't want to just...
you don't want to just, what's up with the suit, man?
Just making sure you're not cooking anything you're not supposed to.
We're only smoking stuff we're supposed to.
Gotta try the pork belly burnt ends now. Got that little bit of sweet glaze on there.
Yep.
Really shining the sweet side of this.
That's my favorite.
The turkey?
That's literally my favorite.
It's not easy to do good turkey, man.
Smoked turkey is,
Nothing dry about this, let me tell you.
how would you rate this as a lunch?
This is an above average lunch. I give this a 9 out of 10.
Nice.
Trying Moana Hawaiian barbecue for lunch. Barbecue chicken, rice, and macaroni salad. This is heavy. Has a nice little soy sauce taste to it and a little sweet. Got those Hawaiian vibes and under 15 bucks. Look at that crisp. I wouldn't mind eating this chicken without sauce, but you gotta get that side of barbecue. Forgot the soy sauce for the rice. Good thing I got hot sauce. What is that? Oh, we got some lettuce under here. Let's see how spicy this is. 6 out of 10 heat. Take a bite of this right after the jalapeno. Cools your mouth down quick. I'm digging this meal. The sweet Hawaiian flavors, the good amount of tender chicken. Lunch score, 8.7. Trying Korean corn dogs for lunch. Classic potato dog and crispy rice dog. Potato cubes, hot Cheeto powder, and their signature dirty sauce. Got this one filled with white mozzarella. The potatoes add a nice little crunch, and their dirty sauce tastes like a sweet and sour. Where's the sauce? Pictures showed ketchup and mustard on this. You get to customize what you want inside: cheddar, mozzarella, sausage, or plant-based. Now the crispy rice with spicy beef sausage. Was wondering what the sweetness was. It's dipped in sugar. I stick to these two: cheese inside one, beef in the other. Lunch score, 7.8.
$1 billion chicken. Dave's Hot Chicken just sold for $1,000 million. What makes this worth $1 billion? Not the seasoning, not the juiciness, but this guy right here. The logo, the branding, the marketing. Genius. And it's always consistent. It really doesn't need honey or sauce. Kept the same pickle thickness. Batter's got a solid crunch with every bite. The sauce is tangy. And it's chicken you want to keep coming back for. They mastered the chicken tender. When they opened up their first location in Hollywood, lines were still out the door. For the price, for the efficiency, literally one of the best chickens in LA and around the world. Proud to say I was one of the first customers when they were making chicken in a parking lot. Still top tier chicken. Reviewed this place in 2023, gave it a 9.5, still a 9.5.
Trying the hot honey and peach prosciutto sandwich. Italian prosciutto, peaches, arugula, almonds, mozzarella, and chili aioli. Just got back from Italy and already missing the food. Good amount of chili sauce in this. Stayed overpowering. It's kind of taken away from the ingredients in there. Had a little peach fallout. Sweet, but also very spicy. Spicy meatball. Kind of just want to have some prosciutto on its own. There's a taste of Italy. You get the sweetness from the peach, the saltiness from the prosciutto, and the spiciness from the chili. I don't know how I feel here. This chili aioli doesn't belong in here. What are you doing, Mendo? I just wanted a simple caprese type of sandwich. Furthest sandwich from Italy I could have got. I love spicy, but I also love plain cold cuts and cheese. Lunch score, 7.4. Irish versus British fish and chips. What's the difference? Fish and chips. Trying the old chip shop for lunch. Beer battered fish, chips, and mushy peas. Had to try it in an English accent, only to find out this place is Irish. Got haddock instead of cod, lemon, vinegar, and tartar. Chips. Now the mushy peas, nice and warm. Need salt. Better. A little disappointed here. I couldn't tell the difference between cod or haddock, and the tartar sauce can use some work. Lunch score, 7.3.
You guys voted, and the winner was Lotus of Siam, a Thai restaurant known for their deep fried garlic prawns. And yes, you can eat the shell. Heavy garlic, heavy pepper, fabulous. Best prawns I've ever had. For the second dish, cow soy, egg noodles in a curry base with a touch of coconut cream and slow cooked short rib. Short rib falls apart in your mouth. The noodles are great, but ultimately the curry and coconut cream take over the show. Best two dishes.
Chili burgers and patty melts. Hard to find a good one in LA. This spot's trying to change that. Known to make a good smash burger with crispy edges, and when you add homemade chili on top of that, for a $14 double beef patty, I thought it'd be pretty heavy with chili. But it's light and it's not messy. I should have chili all over my fingertips right now. And please look at these chili cheese fries. The fries are very basic, but the chili definitely makes up for it. I don't think I've ever had a smash burger style patty on a patty melt. I'm a big fan of sourdough, but it's definitely bread heavy. And they toast and butter it up real nice. Kind of wanted to try the chili alone. We're at a spot called OG Smash Burger. Definitely up there for one of the better chilies in LA. The lunch score, 8.6.
Well, I'll tap on a spot on the Los Angeles lunch list. Steak quesadilla. Fresh tomato, onions, cilantro, and that mozzarella cheese. One of Glendale's best late night taco spots. Little salsa verde. What the? This place used to be open till like 2 a.m. Came here a few weeks ago and they were closed. They close at midnight now. Radish, spicy carrots, and the jalapeno. Also got a pastor taco. Let me tell you what makes this taco special. The cheese is melted in between the tortilla. The food is amazing, but this is a late night spot. I have a 2 o'clock meeting and probably gonna have the bubble guts. Not putting this on my lunch list. Trying a birria pizza for lunch. You want to talk about undercarriage? You guys told me this spot's the best in LA. Fried tortilla bread, birria, cilantro, onion, sour cream. Somehow all stays together. Beautiful golden crust. Look at that. Not only does it have cheese lacing, you also have melted cheese. You ever seen chips come with your pizza? This is the best looking birria pizza I've seen. I don't understand how this all holds together, but it does. Legit looks like a pizza. They attach the cheese to the tortilla and let the grill do all the work. It holds up better than half the pizzas in LA. Let's add some salsa to my pizza. When that meat falls down, just get it right back up. This is a legitimate birria pizza. The other one I had a little while back, it was just a quesadilla in a pizza box. It's good to see you late. Trying Vallarta for lunch. Chili relleno with beans and rice, and a steak torta. A pepper covered with batter, stuffed with cheese. It's covered with a rich tomato sauce. Fresh hot corn tortilla. Put a little egg batter in here. A little bit of beans. Top it off with some salsa. Why is this so hard? It's actually a smart way of doing it. And I love their hibiscus tea. This entire plate was under $10. And I couldn't resist the torta. Oh, this bread is so soft. This is the best method I accidentally created ever. There's at least 5 more items I'm coming back for. Great price, solid lunch experience, giving Vallarta an 8.8. 6 pieces of bacon, tomatoes, onions, lettuce, cheese. Gives you the pregnancy sandwich from Jersey Mike's. To all my pregnant women out there, get the BLT from Jersey Mike's, add cheese, get in Mike's way. Don't forget the mayo, relish, yellow peppers, and pickles. I'll never know if this fulfills that cold cut craving you guys get, but it's going viral. And pregnant ladies say they love it. If you've never been to a Jersey Mike's, take a look at their bacon in the front. Always cooked perfectly. But is 6 pieces of bacon over processed meats really better for you? The texture's there, the flavor's there.
The wetness is there. I'm not pregnant, I'll probably never be, but I give this sub a lunch score of an 8.5. Japanese street food for lunch, starting with the wasabi cream, dry wasabi crumbs, and wasabi mayo. Got 5 chicken sticks for 45 bucks, and we're gonna rate each one. That was an 8.7. A yuzu lemon pepper. Someone tell me what this says. Got yuzu mayo, yuzu salt, and yuzu peels, which make it taste like I'm eating the fruit. After an 18-hour fast, I'm hungry. This is supposed to be the spicy dry chili flakes, sesame seeds, and a sweet and spicy glaze sauce. The yuzu lemon pepper was a 9.1. The spicy, an 8.8. I believe this is the sweet chili. Probably the most basic one so far, but the chicken on these, all fried perfectly. 8.1. And this is their OG. This looks super simple, but you taste soy sauce, garlic, butter, and there's a sweet component. Honey, all from a spot called the Yatai in LA. Mix this one in all the sauce. 8.6. These are supposedly the best donuts in the world, starting with the creme brulee. Why anyone would want to chew on glass beats me. It has a little bit of a bitter taste to it. 8.1. The Dubai chocolate. As you bite through the doughy, soft donut, you start to taste this mild, liquidy crunch from the pistachio filling inside. I like this one a lot. 8.8. The cannoli donut. I don't like cannolis. The texture of the shell, the filling, half covered in chocolate with that cannoli filling inside. The donuts are fresh. I just don't like cannolis. 7.6. This is the Napoleon. Looks like a biscuit McMuffin. Thin little layered pieces of dough, crunchy, melt in the mouth, but just got a little too much frosting on top. 8.2. I think this is a salted caramel, chocolate, gold, streaks of caramel. I'm a simple man. 8.7. Vegan blackberry donut. These are all from St. Honoré Donuts in Las Vegas. Tastes like a berry muffin, just a little too sweet. 7.8. This burger has something neither of these two have. First, it doesn't have their CEO taking bites on social media, but what it does have, 50% more meat than these two. The Habit Burger has 6 ounces of flame-broiled meat. The Double Whopper and Big Arch, only 4 ounces. I don't know why McDonald's has been hiding this burger for so long, but it's definitely better than the Big Mac. The sauce is tangy, but tastes more like a mustard, but they definitely meat it up. And tell me why the Double Whopper with cheese costs $12, McDonald's Big Arch costs $9, and Habit's 6 ounces of meat, $9. It's crazy that if I closed my eyes and took a bite of this burger, that taste would tell me it's a Whopper. It has that unique flame fume taste, but $3 more than these other burgers? Crazy. Habit is the best tasting chain burger out of these 3. That's my lunch score.
Cheesy, puffy, just like me, baby.
Trying LA's most viral breakfast sliders with Luke Foods.
Luke Food.
4 breakfast sliders, chive sauce, hot sauce for $14.
Expensive. All I'm really tasting is the big fluffy egg.
I'm gonna go straight for the dip. It's oniony without that raw onion in your mouth breath. I appreciate them putting so much bacon in here, but I wish it wasn't as chewy.
That stuff's so good, man. Sliders, they're really good. They're fluffy. The King's Hawaiian roll, really good, toasted. But those sauces, man, oh my gosh, they bring it to a new level.
The sweetness from the Hawaiian bread, the creaminess from the avocado. I just wish that bacon was crispier. Time for some banana bread with some passion fruit butter.
It's toasted too, baby.
I feel like I'm in the Caribbean here. All right, Luke, what would you rate this place?
8.7.
8.5.
8.5.
I just found the ultimate LA food hack. Go to your local butcher and tell them to whip you up something for lunch. Philly cheesesteak, Italian beef, and a Wagyu burger. For lunch, we're at Butcher and Booze. If I'm trusting anyone to feed me meat, it's the Meat Deli. Wagyu meat, caramelized onions. I'm pretty sure their sauce is mixed in with some sort of chili pepper. They even had Mexican squirt and Torres chips. This is the type of meat I want to see. Over the smash burgers, tender, buttery, rich meat. If you're not a Wagyu fan, that's okay. Have their Italian roast beef with sweet peppers and au jus. My favorite part, the Italian pickled vegetables. Crunchy carrots, spicy peppers. Smells like a rosemary thyme herb garden. Just look at the color of this cheesesteak. So you got the Wagyu beef, new school American cheese. If you haven't heard of that, look it up. I respect the fact that they try the new cheese out, but it definitely puts a twist on the taste. Delicious lunch option, but just a little steep at 20 bucks each. Lunch score 8.8. Trying the most expensive lunch at LA's most expensive supermarket. I asked Max to put together the most expensive combo plate possible. Started me off with some beef, got some mac and cheese, a cheese ball, Brussels sprouts, some buffalo cauliflower, and some sweet potatoes. Fried crispy cheese ball. How much do you think this plate costs? I also do have to hydrate. Let's see what $20 water tastes like. Malarkey. Water for wellness. Nano Pure. If you know what that means, let me know. Definitely the Korean short rib. Gives you more of that sweet and spicy flavor. And one of the most popular items there, the buffalo cauliflower. Don't have the typical buffalo flavor you're used to, but they're definitely spicy. $70.76. Plate costs $46, and the water $20. Shout out to my boy Max for filling this plate up. He knew exactly what he was doing. Now for a lunch score, subtract the $20 water. This would be 23 bucks a person because it could feed 2 people, but it is quality food. I'd give it like an 8.1. Just stay away from the water aisle. Pig leg. Trying Filipino food for lunch. Starting with a pork and shrimp lumpia. Kinda looks like a cigar. Comes with a sweet and sour. Technically, you can call these surf and turf. This is really what I came here for. The pig leg. It's much better with that vinegar soy sauce. I did not know pig's feet could be this big. Get a piece of the fat shell. Place some of the meat on top. I'm surprised how tender and juicy the inside is for how deep fried and golden brown the outside is. And how am I gonna come to a Filipino spot and not get the pork belly? Lechon with this lechon sauce. A much thicker, sweeter sauce. And I love how there's 4 different sauces for each item here. Chicken in a sal. I think I said that right. Got these all from a spot called Barrio Fiesta. After a heavy deep fried meal like this, a coconutty, gelatiny, sweet little dessert. The spot knows how to cook their food. Lunch score, 8.6.
Trying Jonas Kebab, and I got a lunch date.
What's up, dude?
Half chicken and half beef plate.
I'm gonna feed it to you.
What is this sauce in here?
Jonah's magic sauce.
Jonah's Magic Sauce. How'd you come up with that name?
I'm like kind of like the Harry Potter sauces. Yeah, just like dunk it, dude.
Backside dunk?
Hit it from the back. Oh yeah, let it drip. You like it?
This is good.
You're saying that because I'm like right behind you? Or?
It's a simple wrap, but you got the onions, tomatoes, parsley. Do you have anything besides fries here? Or?
Yeah, we have rice, cabbage salad.
Oh, you do?
My mom makes it.
You think you can go get me some cabbage salad?
You want one? You're in luck that I know the owner.
I gotta get back to work, man.
You don't have a job.
This button down says otherwise.
Bro, you're in luck, dude.
You know a guy.
I know a guy who knows the guy.
It's always someone that knows a guy.
Do you want to hear something funny? I binged your videos for like 20 minutes.
Thanks, man. Did you like them?
No, I didn't.
Hello.
My mom made it.
Is there any magic sauce in it?
No, that's my mom's. My mom made it, bro.
Lunch score, 8.3. It's got chili.
It's got char.
Trying Carl's Jr.'s char chili burger for lunch. Anaheim pepper and Santa Fe sauce and their salted caramel pretzel shake. You ready to grow up, Greg?
I'm hungry, man. Let's do this. Ooh, how spicy. The charred chili, a little smoky, spicy sauce.
A little taste of the South here or what?
Let's see if you can take the biggest bite. Ready?
You want to go for it?
I think I won.
Dripping all over me, man.
I love these flavors.
They keep it simple with this. Got your pepper, Santa Fe sauce, pepper jack cheese.
Don't forget the char.
All right, let's try this caramel pretzel shake.
Kind of takes down that spice.
It's like a caramel dessert with a little bit of savoriness. I kind of want to grab one of these pretzel pieces in here. It's gonna...
And what the heck, you're a mess already.
Only available through October 30th. Trying traditional Hawaiian food for lunch. Kalua pork, lau lau, chicken long rice, koi, lomi salmon, and poke. Feels like I'm at a luau. Smoky barbecue-esque flavor. Open up this taro leaf. Also pork, but steamed. You can definitely taste the leafiness. Pico de gallo with salmon. Very refreshing. Some tortilla chips would go good with that. Try the poke. I've never tasted poke like this. It's got that soy sauce flavor, but it's also got a sweet flavor to it. Maybe gyoza sauce? This fork glides right through the glass noodles. Tastes like chicken noodle soup. Let's try this poi. Not what I expected. Sour, sweet potato. And this is a coconut hapia, mango hapia. Better version of mango jello with that jiggly consistency. This plate was called the Big Kahuna from Haley's in Honolulu. I did not expect each item to be packed with so much flavor. Fantastic lunch if you want to taste cultural local Hawaiian food. Lunch score, 9.1. Trying LA's oldest fried chicken spot. Pioneer Chicken. This batter is ridiculous. It's super flaky and thin. The perfect golden brown color to it.
You usually see this type of batter on fish and chips. This might be my favorite fast food chicken. It's illegal how juicy that chicken is inside. Speaking of fish and chips, fried chicken spot that sells fish and chips. This should not be this good. Also got chicken strips. Try some of their gravy. Not sure I'm a fan. And their biscuits smell sweet, super fluffy and soft. But it's actually saltier than it is sweet. Fries are kind of weak. I think Pioneer Chicken's currently my favorite fast food spot.